How's everybody doing today? Drop a line in the comments if you're on. Say hi. We're gonna have a interesting talk today. There's some crazy stuff going on out there, and we want to make sure that we're on top of this, that we're making a difference, that we the people are taking control back from these dictators. So I'm not backwards anymore. All right. By the way, this is one of my favorite shirts. A buddy of mine. Let's see if I can get the back of this in here so you can read it. We all got a little pirate in us. So I think that's part of it. We're all kind of pirates and revolutionaries. We definitely got a little pirate blood in us to take control of this thing. Oh, yeah, no, you can't read it. Yeah, stick to the code. That's love it and live it. Oh, I got you, Nick. Okay, last video had me reversed. Got it. So hopefully the setup's a little cleaner today. Going to keep improving the look of things as we're moving along. This isn't something I prepared for with a lot of a lot of money setting up a studio beforehand. So it was kind of a surprise to me to be doing this. I started it in my living room, just talking to you guys and trying to get this actually just going. Getting people together to stand up for our rights and fight back this dictatorship that's going on. So anyway, the main thing is welcome Americans, welcome we the people. First thing, real quick, everybody needs to stay motivated during this time. We're not getting a lot of sunlight that we should, that helps the immune system. We're not getting as much activity that we normally do. We're stuck in front of electronic devices. Definitely, messes with brain waves and all that good stuff. So make sure you're, yesterday I said make sure you're still getting up by an alarm, still getting up at a decent time. I want to make sure that you guys are still taking care of yourself. This is the way I kind of normally dress. Different shirt when I'm working, but still showering, still trimming up, still doing all the things to feel right. So still definitely do those. Get dressed. Don't stay in your pajamas all day. It'll help. That's definitely one of the key things to stay motivated. Don't let this thing kick you in the butt, really take you down. Little bit of state of the revolution, for everybody. Where are we at? We got all the group pages up. Jenna on there, she got all of those pages up for every state. And they are live, they are active. So the groups are out there. We're going to list all the groups so you guys can join. We've already had some groups that are already joined up and getting on board, some cities. I just want to read down some of those. New Jersey already has 300 members in that group. They're doing a huge thing there. New York is around the 150 mark already. These are like within a couple hours old. We haven't even posted where to go for them yet, for the most part. Massachusetts is already like 75 people. LA's been up a little bit longer, but that's like 500. Colorado, we had a great guy join us too. He had already had a group. We're at like well over 100 there. Oregon's already over 50. Illinois, we just had another group that's joined up with us. They were already doing great things. Thank you guys for joining in with this, and let's do a big showing. They've already got like 3,000 people in that group. So We're going to have, like I said, we're going to link up all of those, so you can put out a post with every single page, find your state, and you can join up and then start sharing that group page. We've right now our page is over 4,000 members, so we've had a huge jump since yesterday. YouTube is right around 200 subscribers. Make sure you're on there and still doing that. We have total page-wise, we've reached roughly 88,000+ people. Just one post, that main one with the flag that I originally created, has had over 38,000 people see it. So we, another 50,000 with you guys sharing stuff and getting it out there. Let's see. Twitter account, I have somebody who is a graphic designer and big on that. He's going to start getting that a lot more active and designing stuff specifically for Twitter. So, jump on there. I screwed up yesterday in giving the handle for that. It's at American _ that little line at the bottom, not the dash, the line at the bottom, _ Rev, REV 2. So that's American _ Rev 2. Hop on there, check it out, sign up for that. There'll be, these are all additional communication lines that we want to keep in. We had YouTube, like I said, is getting close to 200 followers. I'm posting every day the videos from here onto there. So, if Facebook kills me with the Facebook Live or they shut down anything, we still have YouTube going up. Subscribe to that right away. We want to make sure that's up and running. We want to keep the communication lines open, guys. One of the big things is go to my page, follow my page, or send me a friend request so that you can stay connected. We'll talk about that, but we want to stay connected no matter what happens here. Facebook is bound to shut this down eventually. So that's kind of where things are at. We're continuing to grow. We're growing massively. We're growing very quickly. We're getting things going big time. I just see a comment real quick about Instagram. We do not have an Instagram, Twitter, or Instagram handle. But everybody should be blasting this stuff. Take it from Twitter, take it from Facebook. You have, free reign to blast this all over Instagram. We will be getting that set up. Just so many things right now going on. It's a little hard to get somebody on top of that one. If anybody wants to volunteer for that one, let me know. Send me a message. I'm happy for the help. That's what this is about, is all of us getting together. So, a little bit of current events. You check your news feed today. They're talking about these protests. The Michigan one, the North Carolina, the Ohio, the Kentucky one. Kentucky one today. They had several dozen people. That was covered. Looked like it was peaceful. A little bit unorganized, but still, good, decent showing. But the news media are coining these Tea Party style protests. They're they're a little bit crazy. Jessica Sheldon. Trump made a comment about protesters in his address today. Said they are listening to him, not governors. Yeah, exactly. And that's really where this is about. We're getting on board with Trump and his message. He's being a little more responsible with this financially and economically, which is going to be the deeper impact of this thing. I was trying to get onto the Trump briefing, but I didn't get it. Usually, just because of the time frame, I'm off on that. So, do apologize. I don't have direct information about the Trump stuff on this, but a lot of other information. So they're tagging all of us as Tea Party style protesters. It's just like using the anti-vaxxer term or the calling us gun nuts or calling us, conspiracy theorists. These are terms that immediately are meant to discredit, and they're a joke. This is the spin mainstream media will always take on this. These are American style protests. That's what they are. This is our American right, and we have the First Amendment right to peaceably assemble for a redress of grievances, and that is what we are doing. You look at almost every single state constitution, it grants the same right to the state, to the citizens of that state as well. So we're Americans, we're Floridians, we're Californians, we're Illinoisans, we're West Virginians. We're not Tea Party style. No disrespect to the Tea Party guys. I love you guys. I believe a lot of the things you believe. But it's another defamation thing meant to discredit and diminish us. We are Americans. We the people. Other thing, Kentucky, like I said, had dozens of people. I have an interview that is scheduled for tomorrow with a lawyer from Illinois. We're going to talk a lot about Illinois law, the powers that are granted to via the emergency powers to the governor, where he may be violating those. So we can actually hear from somebody who specializes in this stuff. He knows these laws. We're going to talk about Illinois Constitution and a little bit about United States Constitution and how this stuff all relates. So that's going to be a YouTube video, and I will upload that to YouTube and then share the link on Facebook so everybody can catch that. But I'm always doing the 6 o'clock videos here. Tomorrow, I will not start the morning videos. I will start that Saturday. So Saturday, 8 a.m., I'm going to start doing the morning videos as well. A little bit more of just a briefing for the day, where we should take things, where we should be focusing our attention. And then in the night, we'll start doing more of the State of the Revolution stuff. Big current event. Facebook is starting to shut down groups for this. So we are getting shut down. That is coming. We don't know when. We don't know where it's going to go, but that is the entire intention of why we're trying to get as many heads out there as we can, keep as organized as we can, keep as independent from Facebook and YouTube as we can. Like I said, YouTube and Twitter are meant to buy us more time, so you guys get on there so we can keep going. Everybody needs to go download the Signal app. It's free. We're going to start connecting everybody up via the Signal app, okay? That's the biggest thing right now. We want to make sure that we stay connected any way possible, okay? We want to keep tight communication, tight control on this, so that we get our message across as the people, because the message really that we are ultimately sending on this has nothing to do with this virus, other than the fact that the virus is breaking it. This is a message that they have been screwing up for a long time. Everybody knows there's a balance of power between the executive branch, the judicial branch, and the legislative branch. They are balanced, right? Everybody forgets the other balance, and they've been ignoring this for a long time. The other balance of power is federal, state, and people. And the federal and state, for too long, have been screwing with the people and taking away our rights. We are supposed to actually be the most powerful of any of the groups. The federal is supposed to be the most limited, but also, be able to control the things it's supposed to control. States are supposed to have a little bit more power, but the people are supposed to have the most power. And we have continually had our power taken away. So that's really what this is about, is standing up and saying, that's enough. We want our power back. We are going to take it back. You work for us. Okay? We don't work for you. We don't live under your tyranny. You work for us. Start acting like it. So, yeah, that's what this message is about. So, cover a little tactics. Like I said, big thing right now is we want to push those groups out. They're going to be a little bit behind the curve on Facebook shutting everything down. They're going to be smaller than the national group. Still, while the national page is up, push people there. Everybody push towards my page if you're connected now, because they'll be slower at shutting down personal pages than they will independent pages. Get the groups going. The groups are where everybody's going to be able to connect up. For right now, some of these groups have state leaders. Jen A will put up the post in a little bit about the groups. But get involved in those, share the groups out there, get those out there. And then we want to take And from there, we want to start pushing for people getting connected on the Signal app. Okay, we're going to use the Signal app and we're going to set up tiers. Me and Jenna will be with state leadership in a group message so we can keep connected. Group leaders will be then with city and state, or county and state, county and city leaders. Sorry. The county and city leaders underneath of them are going to be in group messages, and then they will set up group messages with all the people that are going to attend, so that we can keep communication going. Okay. We want to be able to keep getting the message out. It's an extremely secure app. It it has the endorsement of Edward Snowden, so it's got to be pretty secure there. And we want to make sure that we are staying in communication. We don't want anything to interrupt us. The powers that be don't want this to happen. So we have to be smarter than them. Like I said in one of the previous videos, this is prison mentality. This is dictator mentality. The way you overthrow them is by staying tightly connected, tightly communicating, and to have a good tactical plan. So the organization and the tactics, we know what they're going to do. They've done it before. We know the plan. We're prepared for that. We got to get the communication in, guys, and I depend on you to make sure that happens. The state leaders in each of the groups are going to start finding county and city leaders. So if you want to be a leader for your county or city, let the state leaders know. The admins of the page, besides me or Jenna, are going to be the state leaders. So let them know you're interested in taking on your county or your city. Bigger cities, we may split up more just because they're so huge. Chicago is I think Chicago's city proper is like 5 million, 6 million, something like that. New York is gigantic. LA is huge. So one person or two people can't really cover that. So we'll break that down into like districts. And everybody will continue to coordinate and talk that way. So that way we stay tightly knit and we can continue to promote this thing and keep growing it. We want huge showings. If for some reason everything got shut down, like say the internet went full blackout, start talking to your neighbors, start talking to your friends, call people on your phone, landlines, cell phones, if those are still up, whatever. Let everybody know. Talk to church group leaders. Let them know we're still showing up May 1st no matter what. This is happening. There is no stop to it. All right, so that's the first thing. We need to be pushing the pages, pushing the Signal app. Second, city and county leaders, if you want to step up for that, let your state leader know. There are a few states we still don't have leaders for. Message me tonight if you're interested. We want to get those people set up and assigned so that we can get those going. The other thing, like I said, good secondaries. We are not being censored on there. We will be eventually, but it's a good way to keep getting the message out. The web page is having a little bit of delays. The guy I was talking to with that stopped communicating. I don't know what's going on there. So if we have any web designers out there that are interested, let me know. We need your help there. So need web designers to help get this thing going. I am going to be trying to talk to an allied group that shares similar interests. They're the Warrior Poet Society. Their platform is exactly what I'm looking for long term. So I want to talk to their leader, see if the head guy of that, the owner, and see if we can get something set up there. Also, I would love to have them involved in this thing and possibly even put some videos on their platform. That would be fantastic. Anybody has a connection there to the Warrior Poet Society, let me know. Message me directly. I want to get connected up with them. I'm going to be trying on my own to get connected. I know several people who are part of that, but I know you guys may have connections I don't yet. And that's the thing. Get connected. Get on all the communication lines. Let's blow this thing up. Those are the messages for today. I'm going to turn it over to some question and answer here. let's see what we got going on. Let's see. Let's go through comments, see if we got any questions. Julie Watkins, hello from Arizona. We got a group up. Michelle Laguerre, Mississippi in the house. All right. We got a group up for that. So if you're not part of it, get on it. Actually, Michelle, I think you might be the leader for that. Sorry, I haven't. Janae's been helping out a ton with this, so I'm not 100% familiar with who some of the leaders are. Yep, Janae, you actually get to watch this video. Chris Riojas, hope I'm pronouncing that right, from Indiana. Hey, man, thank you for joining. Thank you for helping. Jimmy from Bloomington, Indiana. Love you, man. Yeah, let's take America back. We the people. That's what this is about. Blow that hashtag up. Eloy Espinoza, Instagram. Do we have an Instagram? Like I said, not yet. If anybody is interested in helping with that, let me know. We do want to get on that platform. It'll, again, continue to spread the message. Everything we've got, the thousands of people that we have joined in on this thing right now is really just from Facebook. So we need to blow it up on every single one of these platforms. If you know it, help me get it out there. Amy Ebert from Wisconsin, shout out. Let's see. Nick Holloway, yeah, the We the People hashtag. Let's see. Renee Reed Kramer from Alabama, shout out. Big following there. I'm going to put on my glasses because it's a little easier to see. Darla Noble, hearts back to you. Let's see. Jera Nadine Jenkins, howdy. Kathy, no, honestly, Kathy Wickern, I get this a lot. People thanking me for this. Like I said, I'm happy to help organize and keep the message clean on this. Thank you for being involved. Thank you for getting this out there. This is nothing without all of us. My whole thing is just keeping the message straight and making sure we know the tactics that they're going to use and we're ahead of the curve. Okay, so that's really all I'm here for. Let's see. Michelle Laguerre, could you please go over our group's reasoning behind us marching? Mississippi is back open for business. I know why, but I have had questions about this. Yeah, great question, Michelle. So, even though Mississippi is back and open, I don't know if they're open all the way, but if they're not open all the way, number one, that's the first thing. Number two, this is a national stand. Okay, so this is everybody in the United States banding together. This is not state by state by state. So, at first I was just thinking to do the states that were locked down because some of them weren't. Yet, a lot of them went into lockdown. Some of them are starting to come out. But I really want this message to be all of us as U.S. citizens standing up for any of our states that are not free. Okay, if there's even one state that's on lockdown yet, we all show up, we all stand and support them. Okay, because that's where the government has the control. That's where you want to talk about cabals. That's where they screw us. They screw us by dividing us. They divide us into all these mini groups: gun rights, gun rights, gun control, pro-life, pro-choice. Blacks versus whites, Mexicans versus whoever, it's all, they break us apart into these stupid little groups, and we're not. We're all American citizens. For anybody that's an American citizen, this is about all of us, and we need to stand together on this issue. That's really what this whole thing is about. Let's see. Hopefully that answered the question. Throw up another comment if you want to ask more. Yeah, Chris Riojas, they are starting to block everybody hard. They've already started censorship. They are going to continue blocking and booting people. That's why we want to have as many tentacles out there as we can. Natalie Olinger, Louisianans. Yes. Let's see. Darla Noble, we are just citizens. We want the abuse to stop. Trump is on our side. Absolutely. like I said before, it is we the people as a nation. That is how this has to be. This has to be the U.S. versus tyrannical leaders. This can't be, and this is one of the things. We have these smaller groups out there, and that is great. That's one of the things with this Illinois group that we joined together with. I talked to the gal who was in charge of that, and she loved the message. The message was that it's all of us standing together, and that's why they, as an admin group, decided to join up with us and change their date. So anybody from that group, thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for changing your life around to help send this bigger message. That was annoying. Anyway, haven't worked all the bugs out of this. Like I said, this is a fly on the fly creation. So yeah, what I was saying is, we really want to send the message that this is all of us together. Yeah. So that's what we're going for. Jerry Nadine Jenkins sending a nationwide message. Yep. Let's see, Chris. We will be able to communicate with people through Messenger tomorrow, 5:45. Yeah, we keep communicating. I've already been blocked a time or two on Messenger from being able to talk to people, so they are limiting that. Just so you know. R.S. Tedford, howdy from Northern New York. Hello. Brian Clyde, South Carolina, April 24th at the Capitol in Columbia. South Carolina descending on the Capitol to protest restrictions. Absolutely. I mean, and this is the thing, anybody from South Carolina, if you can attend both, please do. I hope your group will attend ours on the 1st as well. That's the big push. We want to make sure that not only is the state represented, but also the country is represented, because that's where we have power. Again, the dividing of us, that's where they gain control over us. It's been manipulation after manipulation. We need to be a united nation together, not just South Carolina, but the country together, and that's where we have power. They break us into states. So, you know what I used to live in Wisconsin. We used to call Illinoisans fibs. That it's one of the things, Wisconsinites get called stuff by Illinoisans. It's a thing, and we need to put that aside. We need to put all of that aside. Jessica, sorry about the freezing. It was a phone thing. Courtney Inman, I appreciate the way you're doing this. Thank you for being part of this. Deb Galarza, I don't have a phone to allow me to download apps. Okay, we will figure something out. Just send me a message. We'll figure out what we're going to do there. Let's see. I'm going to skip over some of the shout outs. I hope you guys don't mind. There's just a ton of them. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So somebody, I think it was Jenny, put up, there will be a website also soon. Yes, it is AmericanRevolution2.org. It's not loaded up yet. We have the domain already. Actually, we have several domains. The only one we really didn't get was the .com. So, it will be up soon. And we are looking at getting that massive. Sasha, thank you for the compliment on the organization. Northern and Southern California. Kelly Douch, I hope. What is happening with Northern and Southern California? We only have one capital, and it's in Sacramento. Correct. We had a large following in LA. LA is actually, just because of how long the frickin' state is. Early on, we decided to split that one up because we had somebody who was willing to take on LA. We didn't have somebody for Sacramento. So that was one of the things there. We do want to have a large showing in LA, but we also want to have an equally, or if not larger, showing in Sacramento. So we got to get on the ball with that. We need people that can help out with that. So if you can help out, please message me. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to be filling up Sacramento. Don't worry about that. We're going to have a huge showing there. What is the single app? Signal. 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 Signal app. It's similar to WhatsApp. It allows texting and communicating. It also has a great great group chat feature on there, similar to what you have on your phone, or with WhatsApp. But also the big thing is it's massively secure. So there's nothing that's not going to get shut down. That's basically the thing. Evie Sherman, yes, New York. I missed the first part. Did you address the resistance on the face mask? I did not yet. I am going to be putting out a short video just explaining the stance on the face masks. We do want face masks or bandanas or something covering your face. Ideally N95 masks, but I know there's a huge shortage on those. I'll make it real brief here, but there's several reasons. Number one, anybody who's concerned with safety, we don't want to turn them away by you not wearing one. I don't wear one when I'm out. I'm not wearing one now. I don't wear one when I'm out typically. I will be wearing one there. The reason is to protect others, because it is our responsibility to help out and protect others. It's not the government's job to tell me that I lose rights to protect somebody else, but it is my responsibility as a neighbor, a friend, to cover up and protect myself. For those of you who have different views about that, I understand. It also offers anonymity, so nobody can be shamed. And the biggest thing is, the second, there are groups out there, Antifa, other groups that are willing to send somebody who is sick, maybe not with coronavirus, maybe with something else, into our group to make it look like we're the problem. We do not want that message going across. I don't want any of you at risk of something like that, especially. There's theories going around that this is biological warfare. What makes you think that they wouldn't do the same thing? We are organized, and if we have a huge showing, which is what we're going for, who's to say that they wouldn't drop something in the crowd and try to get all of us sick with something even worse? Back in the day, anthrax was a thing. We don't want to risk any of that stuff. Okay, so that's why this is Effie Sherman. I will be doing a specific short video that can be shared that will explain this also. Okay, let's see. Denise Mary, yes, California Capital 420. Again, that we want to combine these groups. We want our people to go to yours if they can go to both. We want your people to come to ours if they can go to both. Please, we want to make this big. Okay. We want both of them big. There's no reason we can't do multiple. There are state stands that are scheduled all kinds of different days. But the national message is what we're going for here. And we want to make sure that we send out a huge national message. This is where, the push will also be for Trump to get involved. He has the power to defend the United States Constitution. That is getting violated too by these governors. So just saying, as a potential thing, he is the head of several organizations that are police-like organizations. They absolutely have the power to charge these governors with federal crimes of violating the Constitution. So it's a thing, and that's what we're showing here also, is that we support Trump in getting us back running. If any of these governors are resisting, we're here to show that two branches, two of those balances of power I was talking about are joining together, and that other one doesn't have the power. Let's see. Yes, Kansas page is up now. Jenna will be putting out a post about that. Let's see. Nastasia Lynn. I mean, if you want to post stuff, share stuff from here, from our Facebook page, from Twitter to Instagram, please do. Again, if anybody's interested in taking on that role of being the Instagram manager, message me. We'll get that set up. Let's see. Matthew Peavy, sorry about the notification coming in late. Plan on 6 o'clock every day. I will be here at 6 o'clock every day starting Saturday. I'll also be doing 8 a.m. This is Central Standard Time. So anybody who wants to keep going with this, invite friends, tell friends. Every day at 8 a.m. starting Saturday, we're going to be doing a morning broadcast, Central Standard Time. And every night we're going to keep with the 6 o'clock Central Standard Time broadcast every day. So that until we get shut down, If we start to get shut down, I'll run it off of my page until that gets shut down. When that gets shut down, we're going to YouTube. So, make sure you're connected to all of those, okay? We're going to keep doing that until we have the page up and running. Once the page is up and running, then we'll just run it off the page. Let's see. Share Brungart Nanny. I'm probably horribly mispronouncing that. We need to make this about the people and not about the Republicans or Democrat Party. Absolutely. I speak to Trump just because, he has the interests of the economy in mind right now. I don't consider myself a Republican or a Democrat. I am a constitutionalist, which tends to fall into the Republican Party. That is the way I lean. I don't care who's president. If you're violating my constitutional rights, I have a problem with you. I don't care who's governor. If you're violating my constitutional rights, I have a problem with you. If any of that is happening, I have a problem with it. And that is where this is going to go. That's phase 2 of this. Phase 1 is the first battle, and that's for these lockdowns. Phase 2 is to go after all corruption. I'm talking crony capitalism that has gone on, these bank bailouts. That never should have happened. That's corporate socialism. The neocon war profiteers, I think that's disgusting. The socialism and welfare agendas, I'm not on board with that. We need to stick to the Constitution. We need to stick to that as our law of the land. And that document is set and it establishes our rights, and it is the way it is. And it doesn't make mention of Republican or Democrat. So, if you got Democrat friends, let them know I'm not a hater. I do not support the socialist agenda, but a lot of Democrats don't. So, it's interesting. The nation of we the people. That is the thing, Chris Riogis. Let's see. Yeah, the South Dakota page will be going up. I know we have people there. I've talked to them. That question was from Samuel Adam Reimer. Stephanie Ann, what's the date? May 1st for almost all of them. The only one that's separate is Michigan right now, because there was a giant group for Michigan separately early on in this thing that had already gathered thousands of people for it, and they were scheduled for April 30th. So that both of those events, both ours and theirs, are in the events of Facebook right now. That is the only one that's different. All of the rest of them are May 1st at noon. Okay. Again, one more change off of that. The one for Florida will be 2:00. It will be. We'll just set that as 2:00. Just because we have a huge following that's down way further south, and it's a long freaking drive. They're kind of similar to California. They're willing to drive all the way to the Capitol and do this. We just want to make accommodations. So 2:00 for Florida. Everywhere else is noon your time. And we're going to do it. Let's see. Justin Gobale. Discord may be a good forum to hold meetings, coordinate, and kick around ideas. I'll have to check into that. I will check into Discord. Let's see. What else do we got? I don't want to kill this too long. You guys are suffering with me. I just want to make sure everybody's questions are answered. Justin, again, the California for LA, they're hitting the City Hall. For the rest, anybody who's on the southern side and can't make it to the state capitol, go to the LA one. I would prefer everybody go to the state capitol if you can, because that's where the message is going to be. City Hall for anybody who can't make it. We've already got like 500 people going to the City Hall. Let's see. All right. All of them are on May 1st. Stephanie Ann, this never should have happened. Yeah, you're right. Illinois does have a slight dependence on where our governor is going to be. He has been in Chicago in the governor's faces, okay? That is part of the thing. We want these to be in the governor's faces. I set it up for Springfield specifically because I was expecting he would be back there for the April 30th deadline, but that may not be the case. We will know at least a week before and update everybody as needed. Because there's a 2-hour difference in travel time potentially for people, depending on which one they're going to. So we want to make sure you're up to date, but just clear out the day. Make sure that you're available for that either way. Pritzker's a Democrat. Yeah. No, the time zones where it's noon across the board for anybody who doesn't have a slight exception. Like I said, Florida. Otherwise, we're just sticking with noon in your local time zone. Let's see, what else do we have for questions? No, Maggie, I am reading comments from Facebook. Let's see. Tito, thank you. Love the breakdown of this group's plans. Would like to learn more about what vision for this group is. Now and future actions, who do I connect with? That would be me. Just send me a message. So phase 2 of this thing is to go after complete corruption in government and restore the Constitution completely. Rebalance the power that we, the people, are supposed to have. Federal has been taking it for way too long. States are taking it. We need to end this. That is phase 2. And this is a long-term battle. This is not something that ends after this. So anybody who's on board for the long haul, let me know. We have several people who have already offered up to stay a part of this. We are going to be turning this into a nonprofit organization that is going to continue. So if you're on board, we have made connections with a lot of health freedom fighters. Excuse me. A lot of health freedom fighters with NRA, gun rights people, libertarians, Tea Party guys. We plan on keeping those so that we can continue to fight this fight for everybody. Bree, do we have somebody for Washington State yet? I'm not 100% certain. When Jenna puts the pages up, it will say who the leaders are on there, or it may have still looking for leader post on it. The president does, Binky Brandt, the president does have the power to defend the United States Constitution. It is one of his duties. And if we have people that are violating the United States Constitution for mass people in the United States, he does have the power to enforce that. That is my opinion. We're going to be talking to constitutional lawyers about that as we go on and see if they agree with me. We'll definitely be talking about that. Jessica Sheldon, yes, we are working on permits where they were needed in each of the states. We're going to be coordinating with each of the state leaders to figure that out, what is needed in each one, so that we can get that handled early on. Mike Esposito, Pennsylvania is going to Harrisburg on April 20th at noon. Please, if you can from Pennsylvania, go to that one. Go to that one as well. Hopefully your guys are coming to ours on May 1st as well. Let's see. Yes, Maggie, I am seeing your comments. I'm going to be wrapping this up here soon. I think I'm close to the end, so bear with me just a minute more. Tanisha Rochelle Atkins Strayling. Holy cow, that's a lot of names. Tanisha, how long will the protest last, assuming there's no trouble? I would plan on a good 4 to 5 hours, just with the way we're going to do things. Make that time allotment. Each area may be slightly different, but we definitely want to continue to send a message. We do not want to get arrested. One person has in the North Carolina protests so far, and that has been it. Across the rest of them, nobody else has gotten arrested. That guy or girl, whatever it was being belligerent to the police, and that's why they got arrested. That's the only reason. Otherwise, I think the police are very sympathetic to this, and we are going to be communicating with police locally and at state levels in regards to this to get them on our side, because they can be held liable for enforcing unconstitutional laws. I foresee a ton of class action lawsuits going around when this thing is done. So, any police who are issuing fines, arresting people for this can be held liable as well. And they honestly are not bad guys. They just want peace and order. So they've been very, very kind in every state so far. I expect them to be the same with this, so long as we are. And again, this is a peaceful protest, everyone. This is not a violent protest. My stance on carrying a weapon with you, it is your right to do so. Just make sure you're following local laws on that, if there are any. We don't want to add a second reason to get somebody arrested or something to go wrong. Make sure you are responsible. If you're not a responsible gun carrier, please don't carry one. I don't want people going out to the store and buying them for the first time just to come to this. I want responsible gun owners to feel free to exercise their right. It is my opinion that guns deter more violence than they cause. So, please feel free to help us deter. Also, we will be looking for people for security at these things. So, if you are carrying, you may be somebody that is. If we end up doing like a gridlock type of thing in your area, it could last for several hours. We'll get that down. What we're doing, we're keeping some of this close to the vest so that there's a harder time stopping it, because now that they've played that card with the gridlock, they can just close streets off and disallow it. So, we're playing this close to the vest exactly how we're doing it. Right now, everybody's just planning on being there by foot. On foot is the hardest to prevent. Wisconsin, May 1st. How do we get in touch with you? Go to my page, Josh Ellis. I am on all over American Revolution 2.0. I'm one of the admins. I'm the creator of it. Link up, connect with me on my page. Also, you can send me messages if you need. If that starts to get crazy, just so you know, I may be filtering out and not answering. How do we get media coverage as this is lacking? Quite honestly, the best thing we're going to do is we're going to grow this big. They're going to come to us. That's what they've done for every one of these so far. They've come to us. The media is going to come to us on this. They're going to be looking to cover this story. Another responsibility factor, it says it on every page. When we're at the events, if you see somebody that media shouldn't be talking to, which they should only be talking to the leaders of that area. If you see media going towards somebody that they shouldn't be talking to, intercept and direct them to the leader. That is the thing. Also, we're going to be blasting this thing all over Facebook, all over YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. We're going to be doing every single frickin' live thing we can. That's the other thing, guys. Get onto my YouTube, spread the YouTube channel, because we need 1,000 subscribers on there to be able to do YouTube live videos, okay? I can record them and put them up there for now, pre-recorded, but I can't do the lives. We want to make sure that we have lives for this thing when it's ready to go off. I know of Binky Brandt. I know of a law firm that will provide assistance if anyone is cited or arrested or denied their right to assemble. Excellent. Actually, message me. I want that contact from somebody there. I want to talk to them. I'd like to interview them as well. Let's see. Kristen Marie, yeah, one of the people with the group in Illinois that joined forces with us. You had a media outlet reach out to you already. Yep, that's awesome. Keep in mind, we had somebody from LA also get reached out to by the New York Times. Keep in mind that you need in writing if anybody approaches you, you want in writing that they will not publish the story without your written approval before talking to them. Also, you want to make sure that anything you're talking about is off the record up until that interview time when you have that in writing. Okay, so. This allows you the power, if they're going to twist the article, that you can deny their right to publish it. I want you guys to get that in writing if anybody's talking to them. Big thing there. I am very familiar with how the press can twist things. That is a protection for all of us. You want that in writing. Also, keep in mind, like, New York Times is not a friend of ours. Most of these media outlets are not. So if you have smaller media outlets, go for it. Get those guys on board. We want to do that as much as we can. Bree Bricks, for citizens attending with children and are having to drive across the state to their capital, please have a plan B in place for your children. While we are not planning or anticipating anyone being detained or arrested, see the possibility. Anyone being detained or arrested, the possibility is there depending on the governor's orders. Yeah. Basically, I leave it up to each of you to decide whether to bring your children or not. This is supposed to be peaceful. Everything so far that people have done has been peaceful. If we see that trend changing at some point, our policy will change on that to no children. But as of right now, I leave it up to you to be responsible parents. That's what the government's supposed to do anyway. So I don't think I'm any different. Let's see. Binky, yeah, try to get as many Republican organizations involved as possible. We can, Jessica, we can go live on our state groups during the protests, right? Yeah, absolutely. Go live on any of the groups while we're doing it. We want to make sure this thing is everywhere, all over. Vicky Brandt, yeah, Fox News, they're probably one of the less crooked, but they are owned by Disney now. So they are not owned by a strict Republican anymore. They are owned by Disney. I'll leave it at that. Let's see. Please send an email to leaders stating the media disclosure we should follow. Yeah, I will do. And I think that's it. Let's see. Yeah, guys, like I said, big message of today. Make sure that you're connecting every way possible. Connect with not only me, but everybody else. We got to connect on my Facebook page. Send me friend requests. We got to connect on YouTube. We got to connect on Twitter. We're going to be getting this thing going. We need to get the Signal app installed on as many people as we can. Connections. That's what this is about. That's what they can't stop. Yep. Binky. Yep. Disney. Agree with your comment there. They are a liberal organization. That enough said on that. I'll let other people touch on that. But yeah, so we want to make sure that everybody is connected. So that's the big thing. Everybody, connections are key here. That's what makes us strong. All right. That's what I got. We the people, stay strong, stay connected, guys. That's the key. All right.